completed, and you will know that the Lord Almighty has sent me to you. Here, we already talked about this. Go back in the videos to watch it. Here, Zerubbabel, who is the governor, the ruler of that time, is said to be the one to build the temple of God. And as we talked about in that section, Zerubbabel is a type of Christ. So we see Zerubbabel, the governor, the leader, is a type of Christ. And then we see now that Joshua, the high priest, is also the type of Christ who will also build the temple. And then we see that the combination of king and high priest, who is the ultimate king priest? Is Jesus not our king? Is Jesus not also our high priest? Both of these leaders were a type, and both of these leaders were said to build the temple, but that temple was a shadow of the coming Messiah who would build God's true temple. And what temple is that? The church. Right? Make sure we got one more here. Isaiah 9:7. There will be no end. It's talking about Jesus, the coming servant. There will be no end to the increase of his government or of peace on the throne of David over his kingdom, to establish it and to uphold with justice a righteousness from then on and forevermore. The zeal of Yahweh of hosts will accomplish this. You guys remember what it said in Psalm 110? Give me 1 second. Psalm 110. Oh, David, of David, a psalm. Yahweh says to my Lord, sit at my right hand until I put your enemies as a footstool to your feet. Yahweh is saying to David's Lord, who is Jesus, sit at my right hand, which is what Jesus did and is doing now, until I put your enemies as a footstool to your feet. Yahweh will stretch out forth his strong scepter from Zion, saying, have dominion in the midst of your enemies, which is what Christ is doing now, ruling and reigning the entire world. Until what? Until God puts his enemies as a footstool. Your people will offer themselves freely in the day of your power, in the splendor of holiness. From the womb of the dawn, the dew of your youthfulness will be yours. Yahweh has sworn and will not change his mind. This is talking about David's Lord, Jesus. This is what God the Father says about Jesus. You are a priest forever, according to the order of Melchizedek. Later on, I will bring in the few passages from Hebrews. Melchizedek, he's also in Genesis. Melchizedek was a king and a priest, right? Which was a type of Christ, who is our king and priest. So are you guys seeing the connection? Zerubbabel was the leader, Joshua the high priest. Both offices become one because now we see a priest being crowned as a king to symbolize who? Jesus, our king priest, who, like the title says, is going to build God's true temple, and he's continuing to do that in our lifetime, and will continue to do it until his church grows and fills the earth.